Islam traces its origins to the life and teachings of Prophet Muhammad, who was born in 570 CE in Mecca, modern-day Saudi Arabia. His family belonged to the Quraysh tribe. At the age of 40, Muhammad began receiving revelations from Allah, God, through the angel Jibril Gabriel, which continued for 23 years. These revelations were later compiled into the Quran, the holy book of Islam. Muhammad preached monotheism, social justice, and moral responsibility, emphasizing equality before God and urging people to live in peace and harmony. He promoted the 5 pillars of Islam: Shahada, declaration of faith; Salat, prayer 5 times a day; Zakat, almsgiving to the poor; Psalm, fasting during Ramadan; and Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Medina in an event known as the Hijra. This marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. Over the next decade, Muhammad established a religious and political community, laying the foundation for the spread of Islam. After his death in 632 CE, the Islamic Empire continued to expand under the leadership of the caliphs, beginning with the Rashidun Caliphate. The first 4 caliphs, known as the rightly guided caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, expanded the Islamic Empire into the Byzantine and Sasanian empires, stretching across the Middle East, North Africa, and parts of Europe. The Umayyad Caliphate, 661 to 750, saw the empire expand further, reaching Spain al-Andalus in the west and India in the east. They made Arabic the administrative language and fostered the spread of Islam in diverse regions. Under the Abbasid Caliphate, 750 to 1258, Islam experienced its golden age with significant advancements in science, mathematics, medicine, philosophy, and the arts. Baghdad became a center of learning and culture, attracting scholars from different traditions. Following the Mongol invasion in 1258, which brought the Abbasid Caliphate to an end, the Islamic world saw the rise of new powers. The Ottoman Empire, which began in 1299, became one of the most powerful Islamic states in history, controlling vast regions including parts of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Mughal Empire, 1526 to 1857, in India brought prosperity, architectural wonders, and a blending of Persian, Indian, and Islamic cultures. Meanwhile, the Safavid Empire, 1501 to 1736, in Persia, modern-day Iran, established Sharia Islam as the state religion. By the 19th and early 20th centuries, many Islamic empires, including the Ottoman Empire, were weakened by European colonialism and internal divisions. The collapse of the Ottoman Empire after World War I led to the creation of modern-day nation-states in the Middle East. In the 20th century, there was a resurgence of Islamic thought and movements aimed at returning to the principles of Islam. Political movements like the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt and the Iranian Revolution of 1979 played a key role in reshaping the Islamic world. Today, Islam is one of the largest religions in the world, with over 1.8 billion followers. It is characterized by a rich diversity of practices, cultures, and sects, primarily Sunni and Shia. Throughout the modern era, Islam has faced challenges, such as the rise of radicalism, tensions with the West, and political instability in many Muslim-majority countries. Yet, it remains a powerful force in global politics, culture, and religion. Notable figures in Islam include Imam Ali, revered as the first Imam by Shia Muslims, Al-Ghazali, an influential philosopher and theologian of the 11th century, Ibn Sina, Avicenna, a polymath whose contributions to medicine and philosophy influenced both the Islamic world and Europe, and Saladin, a renowned general who recaptured Jerusalem from the Crusaders in the 12th century. In modern times, figures like Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, leader of ISIS, have brought attention to more extremist interpretations of Islam. Islamic movements have included political Islam, with groups like the Muslim Brotherhood and the rise of Islamist ideologies in countries such as Iran. Additionally, Islamic feminism seeks to promote women's rights within the framework of Islamic teachings, challenging patriarchal interpretations of the religion. Islamic economics and finance, which operates according to Sharia law and forbid interest, is another growing area of influence in the modern world. Overall, Islam has had a profound impact on the development of global civilization, shaping cultures, politics, and intellectual thought across centuries. As the 21st century progresses, Islam continues to play a significant role in shaping the global landscape. In the political realm, Islamic countries and regions are navigating complex challenges, such as the balance between modernity and tradition, secularism and religion, and democracy and authoritarianism. The global Muslim population is increasingly diverse, with significant populations in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Europe, as well as growing Muslim communities in North America and other parts of the world. The rise of technology and social media has further amplified the global reach of Islamic thought, with individuals and groups able to share religious knowledge, news, and opinions across borders. This interconnectedness has led to the spread of diverse interpretations of Islam, from conservative to progressive, and has provided platforms for new movements advocating for social justice, environmental responsibility, and interfaith dialogue. At the same time, political conflicts involving Muslim-majority countries, such as the Syrian civil war, the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and tensions in regions like Afghanistan, Yemen, and the Horn of Africa, have shaped perceptions of Islam in the global media. These conflicts, often portrayed through a lens of extremism and violence, have led to widespread misunderstandings of Islam as a whole, overshadowing the faith's peaceful teachings and contributions to world culture and civilization. Islamic finance, which prohibits interest-based transactions and encourages ethical investing, has continued to grow as an alternative economic model. Islamic banking has expanded beyond the Middle East, with institutions in countries like Malaysia, Turkey, and the United Kingdom offering Sharia-compliant financial services. This model emphasizes fairness, transparency, and risk-sharing, aiming to create more equitable economic systems. In education and scholarship, Islamic scholars continue to engage with both classical and contemporary issues, seeking to address the evolving needs of Muslim communities while remaining faithful to the teachings of the Quran and Hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad. Prominent institutions such as Al-Azhar University in Cairo, the King Saud University in Riyadh, and the International Islamic University, Malaysia, play important roles in shaping intellectual discourse in the Islamic world. Islamic art and architecture have also flourished in the modern world, with Islamic influence visible in the design of mosques, public spaces, and even contemporary art. The intricate geometric patterns, calligraphy, and architectural innovations that began in the early centuries of Islam continue to inspire modern artists and architects. Islamic contributions to the fields of astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and philosophy remain foundational to global knowledge systems. Moreover, there has been a growing recognition of the need to address climate change and environmental issues from an Islamic perspective. Islamic environmentalism draws on the Quran and Hadith to advocate for stewardship of the earth, emphasizing sustainability, conservation, and the ethical treatment of animals and natural resources. In the face of global challenges such as climate change, economic inequality, political unrest, and the rise of extremism, many Muslims are calling for a return to the core principles of Islam: justice, compassion, peace, and respect for the dignity of all people. Interfaith dialogue and cooperation are becoming increasingly important as Muslim leaders engage with leaders of other faiths to promote mutual understanding, respect, and collaboration in tackling global issues. As Islam continues to adapt to the complexities of the modern world, it remains a powerful force for spiritual guidance, cultural expression, and social and political influence. The history and development of Islam demonstrate its ability to evolve and respond to changing circumstances while maintaining a deep commitment to the values of peace, justice, and submission to the will of God. Islam's journey, from its origins in 7th century Arabia to its position as a global religion today, reflects its enduring strength and relevance in the 21st century. As the 21st century progresses, there is also a noticeable shift toward a more pluralistic and diverse interpretation of Islam. Particularly in Western countries where Muslims are a minority, The challenge of balancing Islamic identity with integration into predominantly secular societies is an ongoing conversation in many Muslim communities. Muslims in the West are working to reconcile their religious practices with modernity, often addressing issues such as religious freedom, gender equality, and the role of Sharia law in non-Muslim majority countries. Muslim communities in countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia are becoming increasingly active in contributing to broader societal goals, from academic and professional achievements to social justice initiatives. In many cases, this has led to the emergence of more progressive movements within Islam that advocate for gender equality, LGBTQ+ rights, and social reform, while still remaining rooted in Islamic principles. Women, in particular, have become increasingly vocal in challenging traditional roles, leading to new interpretations of Islamic texts that promote female empowerment and greater participation in public life. At the same time, the issue of radicalization and extremism continues to affect the global perception of Islam. The rise of terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Boko Haram has created a narrative that conflates Islam with violence, particularly in the media. However, numerous Islamic leaders, scholars, and activists continue to work tirelessly to reclaim the narrative and emphasize the true teachings of Islam, which promote peace, tolerance, and respect for all human beings. Interfaith dialogue has also gained prominence in recent years, with Muslims around the world seeking to foster mutual understanding and cooperation with followers of other faiths, including Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, and people of other religious traditions. These efforts aim to break down stereotypes, address misunderstandings, and build bridges of cooperation in the face of global challenges, such as poverty, conflict, and climate change. Prominent examples of interfaith dialogue include initiatives such as the United Nations World Interfaith Harmony Week, as well as local and regional efforts to promote peace and coexistence. Islamic scholars and thinkers continue to engage in conversations about the place of Islam in the modern world, grappling with issues such as the role of women, the compatibility of democracy with Islamic governance, and how to address social justice concerns in a globalized world. The growing number of Muslim intellectuals, both in the Muslim-majority world and the diaspora, are creating new pathways for understanding Islam in the context of modern challenges. In some instances, this has led to innovative movements and organizations advocating for reform in Islamic thought, seeking to align traditional teachings with contemporary realities. Additionally, Islamic charities and humanitarian organizations play a significant role in providing aid to those in need, both in Muslim-majority countries and around the world. The Islamic principles of charity and helping the less fortunate, exemplified in the practice of zakat, are central to many of these efforts. Organizations like the Islamic Relief Worldwide, the Qatar Red Crescent, and others have made invaluable contributions in disaster relief, education, healthcare, and poverty alleviation, drawing on Islamic teachings to promote social welfare and justice. On the global stage, many Muslim-majority countries are striving to improve their economies, infrastructure, and political systems, often in the face of significant challenges. Countries such as Turkey, Indonesia, and Malaysia have become models of economic growth and political stability, demonstrating that Islam and modernity can coexist. At the same time, many Muslim-majority countries are grappling with issues of governance, corruption, human rights, and the rights of religious and ethnic minorities. These challenges are often compounded by conflicts, both internal and external, that continue to impact the region. Islamic countries are also navigating the complexities of globalization. As technology advances, there are both opportunities and risks associated with rapid change. The rise of social media has transformed the way Muslims communicate, organize, and engage with each other and the wider world. It has provided new avenues for spreading Islamic knowledge and for Muslims to connect with others globally, but it has also presented challenges in terms of misinformation, extremist propaganda, and the spread of divisive rhetoric. In the realm of culture, Islamic art, literature, music, and film continue to evolve and thrive, enriching global culture in diverse ways. From the development of contemporary Islamic art that blends traditional styles with modern themes to the success of Muslim filmmakers and writers who bring diverse perspectives to the forefront, the creative expressions of Muslims today reflect the evolving nature of Islamic identity. The role of Islam in science and technology is also noteworthy. Throughout history, Muslims have made pioneering contributions to fields like astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and architecture. Today, Muslim scientists, engineers, and innovators continue to play an important role in advancing technology and research, particularly in fields such as renewable energy, biotechnology, and space exploration. Countries like the United Arab Emirates have made significant strides in space technology, sending missions to Mars and developing their own space agencies. Islam remains a religion with a profound legacy of intellectual, cultural, and political influence. Despite facing contemporary challenges, Islam continues to evolve and adapt to the needs of the modern world. With millions of followers across the globe striving to live in accordance with the core values of justice, compassion, peace, and submission to the will of God. The ongoing journey of Islam in the 21st century reflects its resilience, adaptability, and enduring relevance in an increasingly interconnected world. As Muslims continue to engage with both the challenges and opportunities of modernity, the teachings of Islam will continue to provide a source of spiritual,